Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. They run it again with Chubb. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there. Play action now, Prescott. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by McManus is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. That was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never get those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing is Hurts. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Hurts to throw. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. But first down, Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Devon Hamilton. The defensive tackle getting in there for a loss of 5. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
The Steelers at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, it doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
They go with Chubb on second down, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Prescott now.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Browns are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity lost.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space there. They elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got it complete to Aguilar.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And it'll be intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Browns will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Eluding the pressure right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Chris Godwin,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Complete. Smith has it. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll throw now on the final play.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a Browns first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And again, it's Chubb. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The middle, it's Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Nwogu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
They go play action with Hurts.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. He is going to find Hill here.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And now here's another interception. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. On play action, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Hunter Henry brings it in.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A first down throw for Prescott.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now Prescott.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Airing it out deep for Smith. It got his man complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hurts completing this one quickly.
Touchdown, Browns! Irv Smith Jr. from 10 yards out.
And the Browns are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point up and through, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First down, here's Mitchell.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Exactly what they were looking for. They been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
18 Cardinals. 19 Cardinals. 50 Hurricanes. 50 Hurricanes.
Throwing is Hurts. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaac Yiadom picks it, and the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, we could have had our shutout.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Well, Prescott here to throw.
He'll get this one to Pittman.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
We're down to the 41.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days,